Hello, families. Welcome to First Period Fundamentals of Business Math. My name is Norlin Nicholas. Welcome to my living room. I'm teaching mostly from home throughout distance learning. And so this is what my students will see most of the days. A little bit about myself. This is my 16th year teaching at Walnut. This is also my 16th year teaching this specific course. I hold a math degree from UCLA, and I have my teaching credentials and master's degree from Biola University. I have a husband and two young kids and two dogs. So life is crazy and full right now since we've been home, mostly home, since March. Let me share my screen. Allow me to do that so I can talk more specifically about our class. If you need to reach me for whatever reason, if you have a question or anything, please email me at nnicholas@wvsd.org. That's my preferred way of communication. I try to respond to all emails within 24 hours. There at the bottom are the courses that I teach. So let's go to business math. This class is actually kind of a misnomer. A lot of students and families think that this class is like a business class. It's not. It's actually a math class. It fulfills the district math requirement for graduation. So all of the students have had to have already completed Algebra 1 before they can enroll in this class. The nice thing about this class, though, is that we are learning real-life math. So my students will never ask me, when am I ever going to use this? The math that we learn, the actual math is like 6th grade level, but the concepts are very much adult. So adult level. So it makes it quite challenging for some students because then the way we ask questions are mostly in word problem format. Okay, and they have to like understand vocabulary and study them, and that makes it a little bit challenging for some students. I'm not too worried about that. What I'm most worried about is if I have seniors in the course. I need them to stay away from senioritis. You know, there is no cure for senioritis, but just to have a good attitude. Most of my students in the course are seniors, and so I don't even know what it's going to be like in virtual learning mode. I don't know how long we're going to be doing distance learning. We don't know. So I'm hoping that it's better for them or that it might be worse. So I need your support in making sure that they keep up with the work, right, especially as we approach graduation. Some of the projects that we do in class, and these are done in class, are example, balancing checkbooks. It sounds like such an old concept, but I want my students to understand that just because the app on your phone says a certain amount, that doesn't mean that those numbers or that number is available to you at all times. I want them to understand that when you write a checkbook, it's not always, put in the bank right away. It's not cashed right away. Or if they, swipe their ATM card, it may not be posted right away. So I want them to understand and be mindful that funds are not always available and to be very mindful of how much money they have in the bank. We also do 1040s. We actually download the form from the IRS website, so it's in real time. I give them, fake scenarios, but kind of real, it happens in real life. We only do what used to be known as a 1040 easy. So they're going to be single dependent throughout, and I'm thinking, that's the form that they're going to use for, in the near future or, for a few years to come. We also pretend to buy a house or a car. And so I have them select a house that they're thinking of buying and a car that they're thinking of buying. And their choices are pretty interesting. So they always come up with like a $20 million house or a $250,000 car. And then we calculate the interest and everything that goes with it financially, and reality hits them. All right, so it's really fun to do these projects. How are we doing distance learning? Well, I teach live every day, so they must sign into Google Meet on time on a daily basis, and I teach them the lessons. Homework is assigned from the textbook, or I will post worksheets on Google Classroom. So they have to access all of that on Google Classroom. Quizzes and tests, yes, will be administered throughout this semester and maybe the year if we're staying in distance learning. If your student is finding that they need extra help, please encourage them to attend tutorial periods in the afternoons. They can also access, websites like Khan Academy, Purple Math, all of that they can access. The vocabulary that they need, they can Google all of that, right? So a lot of resources available to them online, but if they need specific help with math, with the math, and please encourage them to come and see me during tutorial. So let me take you back again to this page, so to this slide. Please, if you have any questions, reach out at any time. Thank you so much.